How you doing, guys? This is Corey Winkoff. I'm the program director here at FLG. We're going to talk about one of our favorite fusion games, which is side-by. In this drill, we have a 3-on-2 on one side of the field, a 4-on-3 on the other. We put one ball in play at a time, we cut the field in half, and basically we create boundaries using the restraining box. So the side of the restraining box can be out of the bounds, the top of the restraining box is you're out of bounds, and then we also utilize the end line. So a couple teaching points that we want to talk about in this drill is drawing and dumping. All right, we're going to talk about playing fast, playing non-traditional odd man situations, identifying situations, and being alert 100% of the time. So our coach is going to start with a bucket of balls up top center. All right, we have our players up here on the right side. We're next, ready to go in. We have our players right here on the left side. If the ball comes into play and our offense picks it up, basically our players over here are going to do whatever they can to try to score out of a 4-on-3 situation. Now, a couple things that they're going to make sure that they do is make sure that they're drawing and dumping a man. All right, while our guys are kind of playing out of this 4-on-3, it's important that they're not standing still with their feet flat-footed. It's really important that they're stepping into guys, always making sure that they're a threat. It's also really important that they're making that easy single pass, so that way we can generate a high percentage shot. Now, playing fast has to do with also playing in tight spaces. Right here, because we cut the field in half and because we kind of shrunk the field here, all right, our players have to do what they can to try to generate a high-quality shot while they're playing in really tight areas. And usually what that means is you have guys on your hands at all times. You have to do what you need to be able to step off, get your hands free. You have to do what you need to still throw crisp passes right in the box while you're in that tight area. Now, playing in non-traditional odd man situations means, players could be dodging with the ball from up top. All right, players could be coming in from the ball from behind. All right, players could be coming from the top right, from the bottom right, from all different areas, which we really like, right? You never know where that ball is going to come from. You never know where the defense is going to come from. You basically have to read and react based on that situation and kind of where that ball is. Now, in this drill, again, the offense is playing out of a 4-on-3 over here. If that goalie makes a save, okay, or that defense gets possession of the ball, all right, or even if the ball goes in the back of the net, our players need to identify the situation and need to understand what happens next. So in this drill, again, if any of those three things happen, all right, the objective of the defense is to try to get the ball from one side of the field to the other. All right, that's the first thing that people need to recognize once that ball is in the possession of the defense or the goalies. So what does that mean? Well, that means the players on the opposite side of the field need to be ready at all times. They need to make sure to break out and support the guys that are trying to clear the ball to them. They also need to be ready if the coach decides to roll that ball into play, whether it be on the right side or the left side of the field. Now, some other things that us as at FLG, some of our coaches like to do to try to create different types of situations and non-traditional situations in this drill is introduce different colored lacrosse balls. So I'll give you an example. If we have a group of guys out here and we're playing with a white ball and we decide to roll that yellow lacrosse ball into play, we like to tell our players you have to score off some sort of pick variation, whether it be a pass down, pick down, whether it be a pass down, pick away, whether it be, a pass, pick kind of, a little bit more on that high wing, like a weave type situation. Anything you need to do to kind of create, some sort of movement off ball with that pick. And now that gets players to recognize, hey, what color ball is it? Hey, what type of situation am I in? Hey, what do I need to do to try to generate a high quality shot or a good situation for my team to score a goal? I'll give you another example of a variation. Let's say we kind of roll a blue lacrosse ball into play. We like to say you need to generate at least 1 or 2 behind the back shots before you take that ball and score a goal. Now we're asking players to kind of work on their weaknesses in a highly competitive situation, in a high pressure situation, but also in a situation where they're playing in tighter areas, which is much more difficult because you have less space to kind of operate. And again, talking about being alert 100% of the time, whether you're the next guy to go in the drill up top, whether you're the guy that's off ball because the ball is now in play on this side of the field, or even if you're a guy that's on this side of the field and the ball is in play, you need to make sure that you're always ready to go. You need to make sure that you got to know what the situation is, and you need to know, what your job is and what your responsibilities are. So here's one of our drills that we love to play here at FLG, which is side-by. It incorporates a lot of different teaching points, and there's a lot that you can do out of it to make your players that much better. All right, hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you can try it out.